What's up, G Squad? My cat's in my room, but it's actually been 6 weeks, but it's officially been a month of school, so that's great. I don't like the angle. Okay, much better. So school's been great. Not really. It's been really confusing, actually. I'm not understanding lots of things, if I'm being honest. Kind of similar to last year before or after we started doing online class, and the cat is Loki's just gonna be an issue, but that's okay. Okay, I'm not giving up yet. I will have to kick him out eventually, probably. But yeah, it's going okay, I guess. I still like online classes a little bit more than in person. It's just the only thing I miss is like seeing people. Like, I have kind of, not a lot, but I do have quite a bit of friends in my classes. There's only 2 where I don't know anyone. Well, I know people, but I'm not friends with them. I've finished the first 6 weeks, meaning grades have been finalized for, like I can't turn in any more late work. I have all A's, which is great. I got out of a test this week because most of the class didn't know what we were doing, so the teacher's like, I'll just give you another week. So I'm fine because that class is my lowest. That's my physics class, which I already knew I was gonna have a hard time with because I couldn't even do chemistry. Although that class, I mean, it's probably hardest for me to grasp the information, but it's a pretty easy class because we don't really have to do anything but like sit there and answer whatever question. But I wasn't really understanding the material. But my class that like I'm the most worried for, like as a whole, like I like the teacher, I like the way she does things, but my math class, I like that she has structure, but she has like times for everything, and like if things aren't particular, then she kind of, I don't know. That class is a little bit stressful, but it's okay. I like the teacher. The students are fairly decent. I mean, I'm not put in a group and I have to do all the work, although I do feel like I do have to do that sometimes. Although recently, I've been having really bad internet because the Wi-Fi does not connect to my room.
So I've been using my hotspot, which ran out. So I've been having to work in another room, and I cannot work with Loki around. So I have to like lock him in another room, which I always feel bad about. But if I don't, then he'll literally be sitting on the laptop or like biting the computer mid-class, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do? And the connection isn't, I mean, it's better out there, but it's not great. I still get kicked out from the Zooms like every few minutes, and it's so annoying.
Oh, I'll just like go down my classes. My history class, I really like my teacher. She's really nice and understanding about things, and I think that's because she's a little bit older and she was a substitute before, so she's been around like a whole bunch of students. And I'm not much of a history person, so like the subject isn't my thing, but I do like the way that she teaches it and like is super understanding of everyone. And then next is my physics class. I already talked about that. And then I have 2 art classes. Well, I have 2 electives, both of them I would consider art. So this is for my A day. My third period is art, and then I have regular art, like art 2, because I took art 1 in my freshman year. That class is all right. I do like having in-person class for art classes because I feel like I can't get the same amount of feedback, I guess, from the teacher, and I'm too nervous to put up my work in front of everyone, because that's really the only way. Also, I wasn't the type to ask for feedback. It would just be like, well, my art 1 teacher, she was actually really critical of everything I did, and I think I talked about that, but she was super critical of everything I did, so it made art 1 really frustrating, which my art teacher now. She's a lot nicer, but I do miss like having somebody to just see me every once in a while and be like, oh, you should change this or blah 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 blah, right? So that does it for my A day classes. I only have 3 classes a day, and then on my B day I start with digital photo, which is my other elective, and that I would consider like my art, well, you know, it's like an art class. But digital photo is all right. That's like the class I really wanted to do in person because I wanted a camera. I have a camera, but I wanted the camera that they have at the school. I don't know, I'll insert the name somewhere, but that's like the camera that I've been wanting for like 3 years now. That's like my least favorite thing about this whole thing, because that was the only class I was looking forward to, and I couldn't take it. The thing is about digital photo, you can only take it after your junior, so I either took it this year or take it next year. I mean, I technically could redo it next year, but why? So I also can't get out of the class now. So next I have math, which I talked about, and then that class is actually pretty easy. It's my highest grade. I have like, well, it's not my highest grade, but it's one of my highest grades, and the class I probably find one on the easier side because I've been doing, I don't know, I'm pretty good at math. I think sometimes I'm a little good at math. Okay, so English, that's my last class, my 6th period, and that one's fine. I really like the teacher. She's young and nice to us, and I just don't like the homework. I don't like reading.
I've never liked reading, and because we didn't have physical books, so it's all online. I hate doing that because my eyes can't focus on like specific lines, so it takes me forever. I already have really bad comprehension, so having to like read it and then I'm realizing that I'm reading the same line over again, and it takes me like 3 tries sometimes. Yeah, it's really hard.
And we've only had like 1 book so far. The first few days, it even felt like for the first few weeks we weren't doing anything in that class. We were just like getting to know each other, which was nice because it means I didn't have to like learn anything. Like I could just do whatever she was instructing us to do, and she'd like put us in breakout rooms. Everything's over Zoom, so she'd put us in breakout rooms, and like sometimes I get people that don't talk, and sometimes I get people that like talking. So I'm not much of a talker. I only talk when they like prompt me to, or we have to get something done. Like I'll try and like I'll be like, hi, you want to do stuff, and then like they don't reply, then I'm like, okay, I like mute myself. Well, I don't say okay because social anxiety. Okay, but no, I'll just like mute myself and do the work by myself, and I don't really care what they have to say. But then when I have people that like working, then I don't have to do as much work and I can actually talk to them, which is great. Also, so we have class 4 days of the 5-day week, and then on Wednesday it's like, well, it's supposed to be like your study holiday and catch up on homework, but I always finish my homework before then, and there's not a lot, so I end up just using the day to do nothing, which I like and I don't like it.
I like it because I don't feel as burnt out, I guess, but I don't like it because I forget that it's not Friday, or like, well, I think that it's like the weekend, and then I'm like, and then the next day I'm like, oh, it was only Wednesday yesterday, so I have to do school again, and then it's like the next 2 days I'm like, oh my god. Like some weeks I'll wake up and I'm like, it's like Monday, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's Friday, I'll just whatever, and I'm like, no, it's only Monday, and I get a little sad.
Yeah, this week's been kind of a mess because of the internet issues. So like we start school, I like that. So like I wake up at 7 so that I can sleep for another hour, and then at 8-ish, like I'll like wake up 45 minutes to an hour later. Like 8-ish, I'll get out of bed and then get ready and whatever. School doesn't start till 9. So, and it doesn't take me that long to get ready. I probably could be ready for school in 20 minutes. School starts at 9, and then we have from 9 to 10:10 is our first period. that will be either my history class or my photo class. And then there's like a 50-minute break, which you're supposed to go to a study hall type of a class or just do your own thing. I never need it, so I just end up doing nothing. I'll like watch YouTube or something. Or if I have homework from one of the classes, then I'll do that. And then we have second period, so that's my physics or math class. That's also an hour and 10 minutes, so that's from 10:50 to 11. What am I saying? Oh, and so yeah, I have those classes, and then it's lunch.
Lunch is an hour, so from 12 to, not 12, no, did I say? So my second period is from, 10:50 to 11, no, 9 to 10:10, and then 10:50 to 11. Oh yeah, okay. So 11 to 12 is my lunch. I got really confused there for some reason. I think I said that right. So I don't know. I'll have to do it in the editing. But yeah, 11 to 12 is my lunch, and then from 12 to 1 is my 9 to 10, then an hour break, and then 10 to 11, and then an hour break. No, what? No, because it's 10:50. 10:50. We start at 10:50. Okay, I maybe need some rest or to go back to school. Because I can't do math. 10:50 to 11 is only 10 minutes, not an hour. So then it's technically 11 to 12, right? Okay, and then 12 to 1 is when I have my
1 o'clock is my third period, which is my either my art 2 class or my English class. And then that's only an hour and 10 minutes, so then I get out at 2:10, and that's it, and the whole day's whatever. I have homework, but so for a lot of my classes, the homework's due like the next week or the next class. So with that Wednesday break, if I really have homework, then I'll do it on then. So I really have like 3 days to do work. So I really like that. So that's for it, guys. Peace.